Alright, good morning everybody. We're gonna go make a little scrap run today. Here's the load. It's a 99 F250 chassis. Used to be a service body in my parents' company. It got wrecked. I used parts. I'm working on building this 550 over here. Took parts out of it to build it. But I no longer need this. Got frustrated with the people with Facebook Marketplace, so I'm just taking it to the scrapyard. So let's get it chained down and hit the road that way. All right, got a couple chains tossed across it. One in the back, one in the front. I'd normally do 4 corners on a actual truck, but for this frame, sitting on rotors, just going a couple miles down the road to the scrapyard, this should be more than fine. I forgot to video loading it last night with the tractor, but wasn't too awful exciting. Just picked up the front. I still had tires on the back and just wheeled it up on the trailer. Nothing too crazy, but we'll get headed down the road to the scrapyard and maybe I'll talk to you about my marketplace frustrations. But early, bright in the morning, trying to get this done before I head into work. So all right, we're pulling into the scrapyard recycling center here right now. Like I said, it was just a couple miles down the road. We still got trailer back there. Everything made it just fine. Had to stop at one point and put a bungee strap on one of the doors of the service bed. It was flopping open, but other than that, everything's pretty okay. So we'll go in here and figure out where they want us to unload at. So we'll go ahead and hop up on the scales here. Wait for the green light here. And there we go, we got the green light. We'll go back here and see where they want us to offload at. I'm not too sure. I've never brought a vehicle into the scrapyard before, so let's see what they want. I'll have to go back here and get unchained first. I assume this guy here is getting set up for me to unload. Easy as that, away she goes. All right, time to see that truck to go. That was the first 7.3 I ever had and drove. A service truck for my parents' company back in high school. Yeah, a lot of memories in that truck, but unfortunately it got wrecked, and well, I needed the parts to build another truck. That truck got wrecked probably 8 years ago. Finally got around to using it, so glad I could use it to bring another truck back to life, but definitely sad to see that one go. So we'll hop back up here on the scales and get weighed in and go in and get some money. All right, we just went in and got paid. We're empty. It was about 3,700 pounds, and we made a whopping $223. So get the deck cleaned off here, and we'll get headed into work for this morning. All right, now that we've got everything done at the scrap yard, I'll give you a little background on what all that truck was. So like I said, back in I think 2015, that truck got wrecked. It ended up in a ditch, and the front axle caught a culvert and dang near broke it off. But it had a perfectly good running 7.3 diesel, and a dang near brand new transmission in it. So it sat in storage out at one of my properties for the last 8 years or so, and just here recently, earlier this year, I picked up the same year a 99 F550 from an auction for, I don't even remember, it was maybe 500 bucks or so, something like that. And anyways, I bought it in the auction. It was, I figured you can't go wrong, a 4-wheel drive 550 for that cheap. Knowing that I had a good drivetrain to put it in if I needed to. Unfortunately, when I got the truck, I was able to get it running, but it had super low compression and the worst blow-by I've ever seen in my life. So I decided to be a good opportunity to yank the motor out of that wrecked truck and put it in this 550. And so what I did, I pulled the cab off, pulled the motor out, getting ready to do the motor swap in the other truck. And so I still need a few parts out of the wrecked 99 cab, so it's still sitting there. But anyways, I've been doing this process at a buddy's piece of land. I don't want to junk it up any more than I have, so since I was done with everything I needed with this frame, I just wanted to get rid of it. It still had a decent front and rear end in it, an okay service bed, frame rails, drive shafts, and a couple other miscellaneous odds and ends. So I really don't like taking stuff to the scrap yard. I don't know, it's very easy to lose a tire or something and end up spending more money than what you're making. So I just wanted to get rid of it. I figured maybe somebody could use the axles or something. So I listed the whole thing on Facebook Marketplace for $250, hoping, I figured that was cheap enough, somebody would come by and skip up the whole thing. I just wanted to get rid of the whole thing. I did not want to part it out, but $250, you can't even find a Super Duty axle on Marketplace for that much, let alone 2 of them. So I figured it'd go in no time. Well, almost a month later, and I've received dozens of messages of people wanting various parts and pieces, people just wanting the rear end out of it, asking how much I'd want for it, and everybody lowballing, giving super low prices. Again, I figured $250 was plenty fair for the whole thing. So I just got fed up with people. Like, it would not have been worth my time to cut the rear end out of that thing and sell it separately, because then it would have been significantly harder to move around and get loaded on a trailer. I just did not want to deal with the headache. I just wanted it gone. Really, honestly, the monetary value really did not matter to me. I just sheerly wanted the junk gone off of my buddy's property. Again, trying to get it cleaned up. I don't want to be making him upset with all kinds of junk laying around, so just trying to get it sorted out, taken care of. But man, it was so hard trying to get rid of something that I thought would be a piece of cake. So that's why I finally got fed up, loaded it up on a trailer, and just took it to the scrapyard myself, which I guess maybe that's what I should have done to begin with, but I figured I'd give people a chance. I mean, I've parted a truck out before and sold just the rear ends for $300 or $400. I mean, that was more than I was asking for that whole frame with both axles. So again, very frustrating. I quite literally had it listed at what I thought it would go for scrap price, so I figured somebody could buy it, take whatever parts they needed off of it and scrap it, and they dang near come out ahead on the purchase. But again, I just got bombarded with lowballers, people not, I don't know how to describe it. They weren't happy enough with the good deal they were getting. They felt like they needed more out of me. I was pretty firm on price. I mean, I had somebody offer me like $100 for the whole thing, with me helping them load it, which, again, that's just not even worth my time. And heaven forbid I break something on their trailer or something, then who knows what might happen. So just a very frustrating experience, if you will. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm in the wrong, I don't know. But I thought it'd be a good deal for somebody, but apparently not a good enough a deal. I don't know, you can tell me below in the comments, do you think $250 was fair for that frame, axles, bed? I would have let the fuel tank go with it. Even any other random odds and ends, parts and pieces. I mean, that would have been perfect for somebody building a Jeep on 1-tons, but again, I don't know. There's definitely a lot of cheap-minded people in West Virginia, so hard to please everybody, I guess. So anyways, like I said, the biggest pain in the butt was people asking for large pieces off of it, wanting me to dismantle it and sell it to them for basically nothing. Like, the amount of people that wanted either the front axle or the rear axle, and wanted me to spend time, and very dangerous actually getting under there cutting that stuff out. You know, you never know when it might come crashing down on you, or something moves out of the way the wrong way and you're in a vulnerable spot. Very easy to get hurt. Well, that was not worth the risk or the hassle of dealing with. So again, that's really why I got rid of it. I hate that nobody could use it, but it's out of my buddy's yard, out of my mind, off my conscience, so I'm okay with it. But yeah, that's just my little rant for the day. Like I said, I gotta get to work, so if you like what you see, comment, subscribe, and I'll have plenty more tractor videos, excavation jobs, working on this 550, and construction, all kinds of fun videos coming up. So if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and tag along. We'll catch you on the next one.